Picture this. A massive Boeing 777 is descending through thick clouds. The pilot lines up the nose with the runway. The instruments say, Course 26. The numbers painted on the asphalt below say, 26. Everything is perfect. But 10 years later, that same pilot returns to the same airport. The plane is the same. The concrete is the same. But workers are out there with black paint and rollers. They are a 6, 26, 27. At first glance, it looks like a clerical error or a prank. But it's not. The ground beneath the airport hasn't moved an inch, but the world itself has shifted. Today, we're looking at why airports are in a never-ending race against the Earth's core. Right here in Standard Zero, the invisible compass. To understand why we repaint runways, we first have to understand the enemy, the Earth's magnetic north. A runway number isn't just a label, like a house number. It's a giant, 50-foot pointing toward the top of the world. Think of it like a clock face. If the runway points east, it's 90 degrees, so we call it runway 9. If it points south, it's 1880 degrees, or runway 18. But here is the problem. The North Pole is a ghost. It's not a fixed spot on a map. It's a swirling mass of liquid iron 800 miles beneath your feet. And it's moving. Fast. The 40-mile sprint. So, if the North Pole is shifting, why does it matter to a heavy piece of concrete? The answer comes down to the visual scale of the drift. Right now, the magnetic pole is sprinting Siberia at about 40 miles per year. That's faster than a marathon runner at full speed. Every day, the north your compass points to is slightly different from yesterday. Imagine trying to shoot a target that's slowly crawling across the wall. Eventually, the angle changes so much that your old map is wrong. In aviation, if the angle shifts by more than 5 degrees, the number on the runway becomes illegal. It's a safety risk. Modern planes use GPS, but in an emergency, or for older aircraft, that painted number is the final line of defense between a safe landing and a 200-ton disaster in the grass. The Heathrow incident. But here's the part nobody talks about. Changing a runway number isn't as simple as buying a bucket of paint. It's a logistical nightmare that costs millions. When London Heathrow or Tampa International has to change a number, they have to update every flight chart in the world. One of the most studied cases happened at Stansted Airport. They had to flip their numbers after decades of stability. The enemy, the magnetic drift, had finally pushed them over the edge. Think of it like a giant game of telephone. If the tower says, clear to land on 22, but the pilot sees 23 on his screen, even for a split second, hesitation creeps in. And in a cockpit, hesitation is the most dangerous thing you can carry. The living map. So the next time you look out the window and see a giant number on the runway, you'll know it's not just paint. It's a timestamp. It's proof that we are living on a massive, spinning magnet that refuses to stay still. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden logic of our world, hit that like button. Subscribe to Standard Zero for more stories hidden in plain sight. And tell me in the comments, what's the strangest thing you've ever spotted from an airplane window?